Hey, where's Saints? Father Chris here. Welcome to our Crucifixional Life stream. Glad to have you with us. Today, I'm miserable. I'm starting with that because I'm exhausted. I'm tired because I got up at 5 in the morning. Now, let me tell you why. It's a funny thing that I would start like that, but I have been really having a hard time, a struggle in my mornings, getting stuff done. I feel like sometimes my days are not productive because, I wake up naturally before I should be at work and getting after it. But if I don't set an alarm, I'll sleep till 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning usually, and which is not bad. But then I've got to get up and do my exercise. I've got to, shower, eat breakfast, all that good stuff, have the coffee, and then get into work and all that kind of stuff. And some days I piddle. Let me rephrase that. Every day I piddle. Because what do? I first go to my cell phone or my computer, and what do there? Facebook. Notifications, emails, all this stuff. And you get sucked into that vortex. And then all of a sudden, I'm not like doing anything because I'm so distracted by it. And by the time I look at the clock, I've got 12 seconds to shower, get in the car and get down, on the road so that I can be at work on time. And so the morning is shot, the morning is wasted, and I've not been very productive. And then it caused me to scramble. And because I haven't done my exercise, my brain isn't flowing. And like right now this morning, I'm rambling because it's like just chaos in there. So I started to say to myself, I got to get up earlier. And listen to what I did. I am going to set my alarm earlier, right? So I started to set a task of things that I was going to do better, right? I was going to do things to upgrade, so that I could live the life I want to live. So I'm going to set my alarm earlier. Snooze. All right. I'm going to set my alarm earlier and put the clock on the other side of the room. Snooze, crawl back in bed, right? All of the things that just kept going. I'm going to leave my cell phone in the other room until it ends up on the sink in the bathroom next to me. So as soon as I get out of the shower, I look at it. Snooze. Like, you understand, I was trying to do things to improve. And then all of a sudden I said, this isn't working. And in my studies, I've been reading and just doing my best to learn. It hit me in someone, I couldn't even tell you who, but I read it. You need an identity shift. And I thought to myself, what does that mean? And so instead of being a person who is going to set his alarm earlier, I decided that I'm going to think of myself as a morning person, right? You see the shift I'm drawing there. In other words, it's not that I am trying to do a thing to get better. It's that I am a thing. Do you understand? I'm not one who's going to set my alarm earlier. I'm just a person who gets up earlier. Now, obviously, to do that, I have to set my alarm earlier and actually get out of bed. But you can see that because I did that this morning, for example, at 5 a.m., I was out of bed. So even though I piddled a little bit, I had my coffee, went to the bathroom. I've already worked out today. I've already been in the gym. I lifted, I did my business. We even listen to this, my poor bride got a flat tire as I was leaving. But because I didn't get up and have to race, the clock, I was able to take her to Discount Tire. We dropped off her car. I was able to take her back home. You see, and I'm still here, right? I could do all those things because I am a morning person. And I use the morning as an example, because we're not doing our stuff if we're lazy about it. You hear in Proverbs, how long will you lie down, O sluggard? When will you arise from your sleep? This is Proverbs 6, right? He's telling us, Scripture's telling us, get up and get after it. The other part of it this one was great. St. Paul in 2 Thessalonians, he's talking about to his Thessalonian communities. He says the following, if anyone is not willing to listen to work, let him not eat. For we heard that some among you walk in idleness, not busy at work, but busy bodies, right? You're busy just doing stuff. You're not producing. And so all of this led me again to that thought. I need to be a person who is an early riser. Not that I'm going to get up earlier, because then I'm still the same dude who's just trying to get better. So my identity has shifted, right? So now all of that rambling for the last 5 minutes is to get us to this point, which is my point for today. In our lives, that war that is within, that we talked about yesterday, that war we're striving, where we are trying to be better people. I don't want you to be better people. We have to learn how to become new people, right? Because when we try to listen to all the old gurus and the old, pseudo spiritual guides who tell you how to get better, it's nice, and we do want to get better in some sense, I get it, but they're just giving you an upgrade. But the upgrades have never worked for you, right? I mean, like all of us, myself especially, I mean, like, setting the alarm earlier, it was an upgrade. It didn't work. But once I started to tell myself I'm a morning person, boom, things started to change. And for us in our lives, as we battle inside of us to figure out how we become the people that we're supposed to be, it requires not simply an upgrade, but a total radical shift. If you didn't listen to me yesterday, go back and listen to yesterday's live stream. You can find it on Facebook, YouTube, our church, whatever. It's there, and it was good because that radical shift creates within us a new identity. And so I want the rest of us, all of us, at this point, I'm not a person who is going to be a better Christian, who's going to be a better man or a better woman. Become a warrior saint. That's the shift I want. I want you to say to yourself today, I am a warrior saint. I'm not someone who's going to do crucifixional things. I'm a warrior saint, and because of that, my life is lived crucifixionally. Now, here's the difference. When you start to think like that, certainly you're not going to be perfect, as no one is, but you are going to notice changes. And I can even feel it right now, honestly, in the last however many minutes this thing has been going, because I was up early, got the juices flowing, and did those things. I have felt my initial teaching was slow and sluggardly, but now like I'm kind of fired up. I'm ready to go. I could probably talk all day long, but because I'm a warrior saint and I teach. That's what I do. I'm crucifixional sacrifice and I can feel it. Do you understand? If you want to see that for yourself too, I want you to shift your identity. I'm a warrior saint. Not someone who does hard things, though you should be doing those things. But you are a warrior saint. And if you want to get on the warrior saint, it's pretty simple. It's right there. Just do it. I mean, at some point. But when you hear, I'm going to end here. When you make that shift, in identity, you're going to find that there is a new opportunity for you. It's not that you're adding to or trying to improve the way you are. That has not worked for most of us, really almost all of us. But in this newness, we find something that's totally radically different. It goes against the grain of the world. It goes against, sorry, not to be too silly, but the devil's teachings. And it goes against the previous failures we've had in our lives. And it gives us a shot, an opportunity to be exactly what we're supposed to be. I am a warrior saint. So if you're up for it, we want you to join us. I'm actually having fun with it. It's renewing. It's, as we in this new year, it's exciting. So, I mean, it's there. It works. It's pretty cool right there. Love you. All right. It's Friday, which means we're going to be back again on Sunday morning at 9 and 10 a.m. for Orthros and Liturgy, respectively. And then, of course, next Monday, we're probably going to continue this topic because fired up. Love you. Have a great weekend. As always, keep walking on the way of the warrior saint.